Is Pat McAfee worth $60 million a year? Hell, is anyone in mainstream sports media worth $60 million a year? People were complaining last year when Stephen A. Smith was given $20 million a year, and they are damn sure complaining now because ESPN is potentially about to give Pat McAfee a $300 million contract in the midst of massive layoffs at the network. This isn't fair. I am losing my six-figure job as the corporate coffee collector, and this asshole's making more than the athletes that he covers. I hate capitalism. I hate America. Yeah, this isn't the WNBA. This is not an equity network. ESPN already tried that. Diversity is our strength. Yeah, damn near destroyed the network. Where are all those diversity stars now? They're fired because the careers of the diversity deputies ended with its only natural conclusion: huge, embarrassing failure. While the optics might be bad, while it might be unfair that people are losing their jobs at ESPN while the network empties their bank account to pay Pat McAfee, no one cares. Business does not care about your feelings, and a business damn sure doesn't care about your livelihood. If you think a corporation exists to take care of you, then you need to wake the hell up. The real question is, though, is Pat McAfee worth $60 million a year? Assuming this will be a 5-year contract, is Pat McAfee worth a $300 million investment? Now, me personally, I think the obvious answer is no, but unfortunately for ESPN, I don't think they have a choice. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Even though Pat McAfee is a major draw for younger viewers, truth is, he's not really a big draw for grown-ups. Compared to his potential salary, his ratings suck. Sean Hannity makes $25–30 million a year with Fox News, but Hannity's drawing 2–3 million viewers every night in prime time. Pat McAfee is averaging around 500,000 during the day. But to his credit, this dude has found a way to make himself invaluable to ESPN. He is the undisputed face of the network. Uncle Casey, I thought Stephen A. Smith was the face of ESPN. Yeah, so did he. But with their coverage of the NBA Finals, ESPN sent a very clear message to Stephen A. Smith: you have been replaced. This dude is a diehard fan of the New York Knicks. His team's in the NBA Finals. They're on the cusp of winning their first championship in 53 years. And Pat McAfee was given an exclusive broadcast for Game 3 instead of ESPN giving it to Stevie. Do I think ESPN wants to pay Pat McAfee $60 million a year? No. But the problem for ESPN, they're stuck. ESPN could take that $60 million and invest in 60 individual talents. They still wouldn't be able to create a new star. They damn sure wouldn't be able to create a star with the impact of Pat McAfee. Over the last few years, why do you think ESPN suddenly decided to acquire established stars? This network hasn't created a star since Stephen A. Smith. Uncle KC, what about L. Duncan? Who? L. Duncan? The only person who thinks L. Duncan is a star is L. Duncan. Think about it. Who is the last star ESPN created? Tried with Mina Kimes? Failure. Bomani Jones? Failure. The entire panel of Around the Horn? failure. Clinton Yates, failure. What makes this situation even worse for ESPN, Pat McAfee has all the leverage. ESPN needs Pat McAfee more than Pat McAfee needs ESPN. Now, if this was 20 years ago, this would not be a problem. ESPN was the only major network. There was no competition. But today, ESPN could invest $300 million in Pat McAfee. They could elevate his status. They could make him an even bigger star than he already is. And 5 years from now, Pat McAfee could leave ESPN. Just like that, a $300 million investment would vanish. On the surface, Pat McAfee is not worth this kind of money. But because of their inability to create new stars, combined with the fact that Stephen A. Smith seems to be checked out, it's abundantly clear at this point Stephen A. Smith has interest outside of sports. Plus, with Stevie being overexposed, I think viewers have developed a little bit of fatigue, which means Pat McAfee is the only reliable star that ESPN has. At this point, he is invaluable to the network. So even though he might not be worth the money, ESPN has no other choice but to pay him. Good for Pat McAfee. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.